Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk, we need to come up with something because we're talking about Bluesky like every day or every other day.
They just keep writing these articles that are just absolutely stupid. And what they're doing, I can tell you right now, is we talked the other day about how Threads is like joking that, Bluesky is nowhere near the size of even them. It's because Bluesky and the journos and these people are trying to turn Bluesky into the new Twitter so they can control it. Because they're mad they can't control Twitter. That's what this is all about.
So we need like a bundle of Bluesky's about right. Bluesky bullshit. There are our bouncing bundle of Bluesky bullshit for the day. We're going to talk about this because this is exactly what's going on. They basically are trying to recreate Twitter because, and look at the timing. Isn't it really curious? Musk has owned X for 2 years now, over 2 years, like 2.5 years. And it took them this long. It took the election for them to freak the hell out and be like, okay, everybody, now we're going to Bluesky for real. For realsies, and you need to go there too because that's where all the cool kids are.
Well, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to spin this narrative in lockstep and make no mistake, this is intentional lockstep. To try to get people to think it's bigger than it is, so they go over there so they control the narrative. However, for as much they say that X is an echo chamber, Bluesky is an echo chamber 100 times over. It is. I'm on there. It is ridiculous. And before we get into it any further,
please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Go out to clownfish-.com. I actually don't have it pulled up, but if you go out there, you get exclusive content, and we have all kinds of merchandise, including some new winter hats and stuff. And we're going to be adding more stuff there. You could also get the same content at clownfishtv.locals.com. So not on Bluesky. I am too. I actually have been on Bluesky for about a year plus now.
You were on there before they decided it was their platform.
Yeah, it seemed very empty, and then I understand what they were doing. Actually, I think how it went was Jack Dorsey, who was the founder of Twitter, started Bluesky out the side as a way to basically turn Bluesky into what old Twitter used to be. And now he left, and now Bluesky is what Twitter was prior to Elon Musk buying it. But worse, because there's zero pushback. You're not allowed to push back.
Well, it sounds to me like hearing from people anecdotally that if you go on there and start doing pushback, you're banned.
Yeah.
So it is an echo chamber in the literal sense, in the fact that anybody who does anything that pushes back gets banned. And I've seen some really crappy things on there I'll talk about in a minute.
Yeah, I like this one. This is from Business Insider. Bluesky, the X alternative, says it's quadrupled its moderation team. And the moderation policies are going to be a lot more aggressive.
Yeah, it's already ridiculous over there.
Yeah.
I mean, now on my timeline, I got it trained mostly that I'm getting mostly cat pics and stuff like that, which is what I really would want. Cat pics, dog pics, space pics, cute things.
Dick pics.
Cute things that I love. That kind of stuff is what Twitter used to be. And I'm an artist sharing art that's great and that kind of stuff. And I've got mine to the point where that's what I'm seeing, which is what I want to see. However, it still doesn't stop the political threads from coming through, and there are a massive amount. It is, for all the screaming about Twitter or X being an echo chamber, that is an echo chamber times 1,000 over there. It is ridiculous, the stuff that comes out of it. I'm laughing every day about the stuff they're posting, and it's getting shared all over because it is the same type of person. It's like, there is no conversation over there. There is no discussion. There is no discourse. It's just them telling everybody else they're fascists. They're, what they say, treason. They're treasonous and stuff like that because they voted for Trump. And it's just Trump derangement syndrome, like rampant over there. It's insane. Yeah. But like here, like Washington Post. X is Elon's world. Threads is a mess. Is Bluesky any better? No, they're just basically trying. Cardiologists ditch X for Bluesky. And look, it's only the last couple of days are really ramping up because what's going on is we talked about how the press is all going over to Bluesky and they want you there so they can control you. They want Bluesky to be what Twitter was before Twitter became owned by Elon Musk when they controlled it. Because that's what they want. They want everybody over there so they can control you like they did before. That's the end goal. And they're trying to make it sound bigger and more important than it is to try to draw people there. But then, and this is one of the things I saw posted on Bluesky. Hey guys, CNN and MSNBC's ratings dropped, but it wasn't because everybody thought they were lying about, stuff and they got tired of, them being wrong. It's because they're kissing up to the dictator, Donald Trump.
Yeah,
This is the derangement. that is over there.
Yeah, it is. It is actually, I would say from what I've seen of it so far, it is the worst version of Twitter 2017, and the TDS is off the chart. Because they don't have the infrastructure that Twitter had to handle this kind of craziness. But this is the Dworkin report. The Dworkin report. They said corporate media continues to face a reckoning for propping up wannabe dictator Donald. Following the election, primetime ratings cratered 53% for MSNBC and 47% for CNN. Morning Joe's ratings plummeted more than 37% since they went to kiss Trump's ring at Mar-a-Lago. Several people I know have watched the show for years, vowed to never watch it again. I know I won't be watching anymore.
But beyond that, the reason their ratings tanked was right after, before they even went to go talk to Trump at Mar-a-Lago. Their ratings tanked like immediately after the election because people were so caught off guard because they were convinced that Harris was going to win. They listened to MSNBC and listened to CNN, and they were told over and over again that she was going to win and your rights are going to be taken away and all this other crap. And then, she didn't win, and people are like, wait a minute, were you guys lying? And that's what happened. It had nothing to do with them kissing Trump's butt. Nobody was doing that until after he won. Then they did kiss his butt after he won, but that's not really true. And they didn't go to Mar-a-Lago till after he won.
Yeah, the reason the ratings cratered is because people were like,
wait.
Oh, it gets better.
Oh, okay.
Read the whole thing.
Okay,
it gets better.
Now don't get me wrong. Joy Reid, Jen, how you say her name? Chris Hayes, Rachel Maddow, Nicole Wallace, Ali Velshi, and Lawrence O'Donnell have all been great over the years. But most of the other hosts in these networks have continued to normalize Trump's fascism. Not really. Constantly criticize President Biden and give VP Harris horrible coverage. Bullshit.
They lied about Biden's mental capacity.
Repeatedly. And then
they gave
her all kinds of coverage to the place that she got to go on Saturday Night Live and stuff, and that there were some questions about whether that should be valid or not. Bullshit. I don't want to hear anything about lying out of this dipshit. I don't want to hear one word about lying because this whole article is him lying.
Oh my God, this is insane. I think we've all had enough of the lie-filled headlines.
Like this one.
The pro-MAGA analysis from corporate networks and pundits who sane-wash a raving sociopath like Donald. It's time to build something better, like Bluesky.
The one who sounds like a raving sociopath right now is this idiot.
So he's like, pay for a subscription. We're going to have a watchdog group. We're sending out letters to senators. Here's the thing. Basically, MSNBC, CNN, they're dying on the vine, and the only reason that they're quote unquote cratering is because their ratings are cratering, their ad revenue is cratering. They need the right wingers too to bring in ad revenue, to bring in watch time.
It's not just that, you can only get so far. You can't keep, if you don't want to shut down yourselves for misinformation, you can't keep doing stuff like that. But one of the other things I saw on Bluesky, which made me laugh, was they had a chart, and it was showing the one where you can see all the red, like the blue population centers.
Oh, yeah.
And they enlarged these blue population centers, make them look even bigger on the map. And then they tried to say that they actually, that only 49% of the American people voted for Trump and 51% voted for Harris. I'm like, no, he won the popular vote too. That's why they're doing this. If he had just won the Electoral College, they'd do what they did last time and be like, well, he didn't win the popular vote. People don't want him. But they aren't doing that. And the reason they're walking it back is because he won both.
Yeah.
And they know they don't have that leverage now. And they know people are turning on them. And if you want to keep your job and you want to stay in business, you have to basically cater to the majority. And I'm sorry, it's not people like this dipstick who keeps saying stuff like, they've been kissing Donald Trump's ass and not giving Harris coverage, which is the most ridiculous thing ever. They were up her butt so far, it was basically a sexual misconduct.
Oh, God. So what's this one? This is Bluesky. Okay, this is another one pushing another. Oh yeah,
this other idiot.
Journalists at going to Bluesky. Bluesky is getting 20 times the engagement or more than Twitter. I do not believe that.
No, they're tiny.
Seeing a social media platform that doesn't throttle links makes it clear how badly we're being limited.
It does throttle links. It throttles links if you are on the wrong side. As long as it's blue in the purest sense. As long as you are blue, you are fine. You can say whatever crazy ass threatening shit you want to, as long as you are blue.
So when this person joined Bluesky, he was the only Mississippi journalist, and now there are 15 Mississippi journalists.
Well, you know what? Joke's on you. You were on it before probably any of these people were.
Okay, they said, we have posts that are exactly, it's booming, guys. We have posts that are exactly the same on Twitter and on Bluesky, and with identical posts, Bluesky is getting 20 times the engagement.
Yes, I'm sure, because it's an echo chamber. And, and the people that go against you or talk against you get banned.
Yeah, so if you're saying the right things, or rather the left things on Bluesky, they're going to get shared. They're going to get liked. They're going to, the opposite's kind of true now on X. Now, even CNN is saying that X is going more to center, but what we're seeing is people just naturally selecting the content they actually want to see. Remember, Twitter spent years, deboosting and shadow banning content and users. And now
proof came out.
Yeah,
we aren't doing that. Yeah, you were.
Yeah, and now that they're not doing that anymore, but now people don't like it because it is basically pay to win. Like you have.
Well, they mentioned that. They said that you're no longer allowed. They're deprioritizing posts, including links, which is how other journalists and creators shared their work. But they're like, after millions of users migrated to Bluesky. Okay, a couple things. One, a lot of people are on both. Two, they're not the millions you're saying. Threads is even calling you out. Meta's calling you out because you're trying to act like you're this big platform, but comparatively speaking, you are a minnow. I don't even think you're a minnow. You're a tadpole. You are itty bitty tiny, and you all are trying lockstep, trying to make it sound like, because what they're trying to do, I'm telling you, 100% what they're trying to do. They know they can't get X back. They don't have control of Threads. They tried Mastodon, that was disaster because no one can do how to use it. So now Bluesky, they're latching onto this and they're trying to basically make Bluesky bigger than Twitter, however they have to. And then they're going to be like, we control the narrative again. Ahead of the next election, we have to make Bluesky the biggest thing so we control the narrative.
Yeah,
that's what this is about. Yeah. Make no mistake.
Because again, why would you wait until after the election, the re-election of Donald Trump, to push Bluesky when it's been around for a couple of years now, and Elon Musk bought Twitter 2.5 years ago? Why do you wait until like the day after the election, all of a sudden start pushing Bluesky? Because you're already case building. You're already trying to build your own platform for next time, because we know Democrats are out there being like, why did we lose so badly? Oh, they've got X and they've got YouTubers and podcasters. And that's why we lost so badly. So we're going to do the same thing now, is what I think they're going to try to do. They're going to try to,
And they're talking about how, okay, this is interesting. So they have this one guy saying, my average post that isn't a hot button issue or isn't trending might not perform well on X as it does on Bluesky. So it performs better. Wait till you see what it is. Phil Lewis, a senior front page editor at the Huffington Post, who has over 400,000 followers on X and close to 300,000 on Bluesky. Judging by retweets, likes, and comments, it's a world of difference, because I'm sure what those kind of posts entail. I will bet you money on it, because I'm seeing it. If you have one opinion or one side, that's what gets all the likes, because it is a complete echo chamber. The people at the Guardian and the Boston Globe,
oh my God,
have noted higher traffic. Of course you are. Of course, I will. I will. Meanwhile, on Twitter or X, you got places like Rolling Stone who claim they have these million subscribers and they never get interaction because they never were real.
Yeah, well, that's what's interesting. This is before Elon Musk bought.
Yes,
Twitter.
That was all before he bought it.
All these,
including, I'm sure, these outlets. I have to check, but I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, because for years, Twitter was basically gamed by bots and apps and whatever. And a lot of the engagement, I believe, was artificial because, like, real people weren't really on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of journalists, and that's how they're judging it, is like all these journalists are going to Bluesky. I'm like, that was the problem with Twitter, is average people didn't use it. Grandma wasn't on it. It was basically a networking platform for journalists and people that live on the internet and do internet things or whatever.
Okay. For example, The Guardian claims they have 10.7 million followers, and they're still posting stuff, right? As of the 13th. They haven't posted anything since then. But even then, 232 views, 156 likes, 70 likes, but they're claiming they have 10 million views? Or 10 million subscribers? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. It makes sense if you look at early Twitter and the fact that they were padding it, and this is when the venture capital was free flowing, and it was all about your subscriber count. So they would buy a bunch of subs, they would farm out the engagement, and then I don't think it resulted. Twitter, I don't think ever resulted in a lot of meaningful traffic to websites because we ran websites for years, and even pre-Musk, like we didn't get a lot of traffic.
No, and even now it doesn't really direct traffic. Here, the Boston Globe supposedly has 787.5 thousand followers. Here's an article from an hour ago, 2 likes. An article, let me go down some, get one from a little while ago. 6 hours ago, 4 likes. They have no one watching because it probably isn't real.
Yeah.
And over there, I mean, it might not be real either for all we know, but over there, you can say it's real for one, not saying that they're faking, but it would be easy to do. And 2, you're in an echo chamber, and if you go for the right topics in the echo chamber, they're all going to share it.
Yeah, and also, there's a lot less competition, isn't there? There's 600 million users on Twitter/X, and there's only 20 to 25 million Bluesky users. So yeah, you're not competing with nearly as many.
No,
voices.
I like this next paragraph. I think the Bluesky's demographic is literally just anybody who can't stand the sort of toxic environment that Twitter has become. Listen, here's the thing. This is Aaron Rita, an independent journalist covering trans rights on Substack. Yeah, Aaron, because you're not allowed to have an opinion other than yours on Bluesky. That's the problem. If you're a trans rights activist, if somebody says there are 2 genders on Bluesky, they get banned. So of course you don't have pushback. Of course you want to go where people are not allowed to say anything to you. Basically, it's like you're getting in a fight with somebody, but they have to have their arms held behind their back so only you get to throw the punches. Of course you love it. It's literally just an echo chamber for you where anybody who might make your feelings hurt or, tell you no is basically shut up.
Yeah.
And I saw this one image that you were sharing on there too. And it was like that one meme where they had people in the circle and the one person is like standing outside and they make it like the person standing outside is Twitter trying to bully them and they're Bluesky. And they have things on like they're talking about gardening or they're talking about a record. And I'm like, bullshit, that's not what Bluesky is. I mean, that stuff's on there. But the reason people are on Bluesky is because it is an echo chamber. And they're saying, they say it's an echo chamber because it is.
Yeah, and it's not, they're making it out like, oh, this is like old Twitter where it was gardening and cat videos and stuff.
It is, as long as you curate your thing, but it's a lot of this stuff.
It is a lot
You're not allowed to.
Yeah.
You know how Twitter was where you got shadow banned if you like Trump and not Biden or if you're Republican? It's that.
Yeah.
It's that exact same thing, except they're controlling it now and they're in charge. That's what it is.
Yep. So yeah, they're like, this is somebody who grew up on, God, I must be old, who grew up on Twitter, a journalist who
So what, they're 22?
Probably, right? They said, yeah, it felt like a betrayal when they left X to go to Bluesky. They said, for better and definitely for worse, I grew up on the app formerly known as Twitter. I've used it more or less religiously for over a decade. As a university student involved in campus advocacy, it was an essential tool for persuasion and propaganda.
From 2017 to 2021. Yes, literally like early 20s.
I worked at Twitter as a news. Okay, so let's stop. Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. I grew up on Twitter. I used it religiously. I was a university student involved in his words, not mine, persuasion and propaganda. I entered the workplace and I wound up working at Twitter as a news curator.
Right, because there's not going to be any bias there, guys, from 2017 to 2021. No bias whatsoever as a news curator who just admitted that he used it for persuasion and propaganda.
Part of a small but mighty team that tackled misinformation
You mean like COVID?
And sought to make the platform a better place to consume media.
Misinformation, anything I don't like.
I worked for the journalists, basically, is what I did. But like many thousands of X users, I grew frustrated with the app that had become what it had become under the tenure of Elon Musk, probably because he shit-canned you. A cesspool of misinformation, harassment, and hate speech. A media platform that inflates far-right political content over balanced journalism.
Bullshit. There hasn't been balanced journalism. It's Toronto Star. That first of all, I want to point that out. Balanced journalism. You haven't done balanced journalism, I would say, in 10 years. At least, probably longer. Balanced journalism is basically what that... I'm going to translate. I was on the team. I got to say what was news and what wasn't. And now Elon Musk is here, and he's letting people say what they want. And he's like letting things on there that's more like free speech, and I don't like it. It's misinformation. It's not balanced journalism because they're not saying what I want it to say. But Bluesky's friendly, lets me say whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, Musk confirmed that X's algorithm deprioritizes news content and posts that include external links. Logging on to Bluesky for the first time felt like walking into your apartment after a professional deep cleaning. The layout's the same, as are the appliances and furniture. It just felt good to be there. I wanted to hang out.
Yeah, because it was like it was when I worked there and controlled it.
When I worked there and controlled so here, look, this guy just showed you what the pipeline is, didn't he? He just showed you what the pipeline is. In college, I was an activist. And then I got hired by Twitter
I used
to
Twitter
control
to
the
do
narrative.
activism, yes.
I used it to do activism, and then I got hired by Twitter to curate media to make sure we fight quote-unquote disinformation or misinformation, which is anything that goes against the narrative.
Right, but he's supposed to be about balanced journalism. Right. There's no balance in this. He's admitted to it. Wait, go back up to that last thing. Yeah, read this. They're saying, at least for now, much of the noise, the casual racism, the bullying blue checks, the bitter bad faith quarreling. No, because if you go on to Bluesky, yeah, you're not allowed to say that, because if you say anything remotely that they don't like that isn't far, far left, they don't let you talk. Okay? It's literally an echo chamber in the biggest sense I've ever seen. I mean, and I don't care what they accuse Twitter of. Twitter prior to Elon Musk was an echo chamber, but it still wasn't anywhere near the level that Bluesky is. Bluesky is, go look. If you don't believe me, go check it out. As soon as you sign up, they're going to start showing you things, and it's all going to be far left politics stuff.
Yep.
They're trying to say they're taking over Threads.
Yeah, Threads had like 35 million new signups or something.
This is why they probably put that article up from Threads.
Yeah.
They probably saw this chart based on, trust me, bro. Yeah.
What's interesting is they're not mentioning why Jack Dorsey, like Bluesky was created as an internal project at Twitter in 2019 when Jack Dorsey was still CEO. They launched its own company in 2021 with Jay Graber as CEO. They're not mentioning why Jack Dorsey left. Jack Dorsey left because he said, oh God, this is basically becoming Twitter all over again.
Yes,
and you should go to X instead.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. They're going about Jack Dorsey. It's Jack Dorsey. Yeah, but Jack Dorsey said to go to X because Twitter is a train wreck. Or not Twitter. Bluesky's a train wreck trying to be like Twitter, 3 years ago, and it's a train wreck. Yeah, God, it's not that hard. But they're so desperate.
Ad for Bluesky.
That's all they are. All these things are because they're trying desperately to get you there because they want you there so that they can control the narrative. That they're trying to win the election next time. They're trying to be like, we won. We had Twitter at the time, so we need to make Bluesky a new Twitter so we can control everything again.
So this has come from Digiday. It says Bluesky's user surge spurs brand scrutiny just in case it becomes ad ready. Yeah, at this point, I don't think it's making any money, and they're going to have to eventually put ads on it or start charging people, which. Yeah, we knew that was kind of the beginning of the end of Twitter as we'd known it. Once they had to start charging users for stuff, they all started freaking out. Like every one of these platforms, they build it. It's a great community, guys. Let me just, sit here and just stink up the place. And then, oh my God, now you want money? Reddit, same thing. When they started charging for their API because they had to. It's like the venture capital only lasts so long, right? But the thing is of all these media outlets, all these, extreme left voices are going over there. They'll pull their money together probably and make sure that this thing gets bankrolled. But I think this is, they're pissed that Elon Musk took their toy away from them, and they're just trying to roll the clock back. And I
just think it's funny that the lengths they're going to try to get people to Bluesky because they're just trying to just keep control. It's hilarious to me. And like I said, if you go over there and curate your threads right, you can go back to the Twitter where it was like you just get cute cat pictures and funny little, things like that and little arts, pictures and stuff like that. I already have mine set up that it's mostly that. But this stuff still sneaks through. And if you're on there, you're not logged in. I mean, or you're logged in, when you first join, it's all political crap.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dubbing extra Bluesky, Pittsburgh users.
Oh, my God.
That's what I'm saying. They're all doing it because they want you there. Okay, wait. Twitter, right-wing, tech bro, incel-loving, deranged, sexist, racist, pro-genocide, link throttling algorithm. They're telling you that if you don't like it, or that's what you are.
Oh my God.
And it's like, because it's the most overt. They're not even being secret about it, like trying to get you over there because they want to tell you what to think, and you won't listen to them on X.
Yeah.
Wow, what a bunch of big babies.
So are we going to wrap this up?
Yes.
It's just like, it's going to keep going on and on and on. They're going to basically bully you into using Bluesky. And they want to recreate Twitter 2017. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm going to be honest. I don't know. I don't know if normal. I mean, if they
well,
do,
you're not allowed over there unless you have the same far left opinions.
And yeah,
you are allowed there. But if you would say anything against any of these people, you'll get booted. Like people, like the one person said, what was it? The Quartering joined and said hi haters, and he got banned.
Yeah, he got banned.
You know,
yeah.
Somebody said there's two genders, they got banned.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you're not allowed to question anything if they're allowed to question everything about you and put questionable things up like, MSNBC and CNN, were kissing Donald Trump's butt. They're allowed to say that, but you're not allowed to point out that that wasn't true, or you'll be the one that gets booted. It's like I said, if you hear echo chambers, you ain't seen one like this one before, because this one is pure echo chamber.
Yeah, and there are people that are going to love it, but I don't think you're going to get normies. I think it's going to be a very abnormal platform.
Well, if you go over there and say you voted for Trump, you're immediately going to get dogpiled, and most people voted for him. I mean, the majority voted for him.
Well, Rob Reiner, who's a very outspoken Trump critic, goes over there and says, hey, guys, I don't like Trump. You know I don't like Trump, but at some point we have to kind of get over it and accept that he's the president, and that's all it took. He's like, now I need a mental health day, so he went...
But he quit X too, didn't he?
Yeah, he quit X. Yeah.
Probably just quitting social media because these people are batshit.
Yeah, it's they've definitely lost the plot. So anyway, we're gonna wrap this up. I think we're gonna wrap this up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, comics people love it. The comic book and the animation people, they all love it. So please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.